What is going on, my boys? One up, Neach. Back for another video today, man. I got a special video for y'all. Got the single cam. Took her to the dyno about a couple months ago. First, we were running into some fuel issues. Found out I needed a fuel pressure regulator, which was bad. And then after that, we were running into spark issues. So today, we are installing the Digidizzy coil on plugs. Plug and play for B, D, H, and F series. We got some D17 coils from EM2, Denso OEM spec, and we also have this coil on plug bracket to mount the ignition coils on. Right here, this is the Digidizzy coil on plug. So this whole thing gets rid of your spark plug wires, distributor, defeats the purpose of needing to replace the coil, igniter, ICM, etc. All of the goodies. I will link the Facebook to where I bought the Digidizzy from. That is from Chris. And also where I bought the bracket from. That is from McGee's Custom Minis. So I will link those down in the description. First thing we're gonna have to do on this is take off the old distributor and take off the spark plug wires. And basically, I'm gonna show you guys step by step on the procedure on how to install this coil on plug. So let's get it. First things first is removing the spark plug wires here. So just going to pop these all out. And honestly, you could just remove both sides of the wires, as like I said, you will be deleting all of this. So you won't need the distributor anymore, and you won't need the spark plug wires anymore. So you can go ahead and dispose of that. Next, we're going to unplug the distributor. You got two connectors. So depending on your application, you might have one plug, you might have two. Mine is a 92 to 95 Civic. This is an OBD1 harness. So this is gonna be two plugs. I'm just gonna unplug the VTEC pressure solenoid just to free up some space. So after you have that unplugged, you have three 12 mil bolts. You got 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna wanna remove that. And also, if you have this spark plug wire holder here with this 10 mil, you're gonna wanna remove that as well, because this bracket for the coil unplug bolts in right there. So you are gonna wanna remove that as well if you do have that. As you can see here, no bolts. Now we're gonna take this rag and just kind of put it underneath. You are gonna spill some oil out of this. I advise you to just put a towel or rag under there to try to catch any oil. And now we're gonna pull the Dizzy off. Should just come right out. Just like that. You see it's gonna spill some oil. Don't worry, it's okay. Now we need to get this motor into timing. When I mean timing, I mean we gotta get it to TDC on cylinder number 1. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that right now. Just getting your crankshaft into time with the timing marks in here. You're gonna wanna rotate this. Every car is different, but this one you're gonna rotate the car counterclockwise. So you're gonna rotate as the car is spinning forward. So counterclockwise on this. Car has been put in timing. There's a yellow mark on the crankshaft, if you can see it. All right, so you guys can see that. Here we have the timing marks. You can also notice how you see those two indentations, how it's more offset to the right. That's what you want. If they're more offset to the left, that means you're one rotation off. So you need to spin the motor one more rotation to get these two indentations on the right side. As you can see, the hole and the indentations are not perfectly lined up as they are offset to the right. That is what you want. Motor's all timed, y'all. We got it at TDC. So now we could go ahead about installing the Digidizzy. So first thing, get these wires out of here. You're gonna come over to your Digidizzy, flip it over. Do you see this? You see how it's offset to the left? That's what you want. So you want this offset to the left, as you can see here. One way you would know is that little line indentation right here will be on the right side. and that is the way it should go on the motor. Now we can take this over to our motor, and we should be able to just slide this in. Yes, like butter. This is gonna matter in a little bit, but just for right now, you do want to have your timing all the way in the retarded position, which is all the way furthest away from the firewall. And it comes supplied with this mounting bolt for the Dizzy. We have got the top bolt in the Digidizzy, and we have it all the way retarded. So now we can go about plugging in our connectors. And you can see we have the connectors here. So we're gonna plug in our first one, and then we are going to plug in our second one here. Now you will notice with the kit, there is this extra wire here. This is just a ground wire, and you're gonna wanna ground that on either side of the other two extra Dizzy plugs that you had. Also comes with supplied Allen bolt and supplied crush washer. As you can see, got the Dizzy plugged in, ground bolt mounted. The Dizzy bolt is in there, it's not tightened, so we can still set the timing. I'll show you guys how to do that. So now we're gonna take off this and get ready to mount the bracket. Can remove all of these supplied bolts in here. All right, and just like that, we have our coils installed, our harness installed. The harness usually doesn't look like this. The harness, when you install it on your car, is probably gonna go like this, but since I have my exhaust right here, I do have to flip them up this way, and I'm gonna have to find a way to keep these to stay together, maybe throw a zip tie like right here. Now there's one last step before you can even start this car. First, take the socket out of the crankshaft. That's number one. You don't want to spin that when your car is on. Two, just do a visual check. Make sure everything's all plugged in correctly. Just double check all of your wires. You can see that. Have the harness plugged in on both ones. Ground is hooked up. Harness going in, so that's good. Now we have the Digidizzy installed. Now it's time to time the Dizzy. So you actually have to time this Dizzy. So in the beginning, when I told you need this fully retarded, you want the Dizzy pointed all the way toward the front of the car, and we're gonna slowly advance it back to get it to go to timing. So as you've seen, you have the Digidizzy pointed towards the front of the car, all the way retarded. Now we are going to turn the ignition on. Do not turn the car on. It won't start. When you are doing this, you slowly want to advance this, and you're gonna slowly see those lights start to change. You see that green light? We have now reached a perfect 16 degrees timing. So once you see that green light, your timing is now set. I can go back for you and show you again. Once you see that green light, your timing is now at 16 degrees. So now you can go ahead and tighten your Digidizzy all the way. As you can see, green light, we have set our timing to 16 degrees, and we have also tightened our Allen bolts. So that should conclude the install. So now we should be able to come to the car. We should be able to turn the car off, and there. man, there you have it. So Digidizzy installed, man. I'm happy as hell right now. So time for another dyno tune. We got full spark, baby. Shout out Digidizzy. Chris, you the man. If y'all need some coil on plug, man, this y'all go to, man. Plug and play. Let me tell y'all, plug and play. You don't gotta mess with no ECU. You don't gotta do no ECU tuning, nothing. Literally plug and play, set it up to TDC, set your timing, and call it a day. You seen me just install it. We installed it and I started it right back up. So, man, y'all seen it's working, baby. It's running. So you already know, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, man. And till next time, what up, Nietzsche? We out. Gang gang.